Hi Libra, and welcome to your horoscope for April 2025. Thanks for joining me. My horoscopes are based on the UK time zone, so please watch them in this order. Your rising sign first, then your sun sign, and finally your moon sign. So I'm going to break April down into 4 weeks, and I'm going to pay particular attention to what the moon is doing, how it moves through your chart, what houses it sits in and when, and how it supports you during the month of April. So, starting with week 1, Tuesday the 1st to Sunday the 6th of April, on the 1st of April, April Fool's Day, we have the moon in Taurus, and it sits next to Uranus, the planet of the miraculous and the unexpected, in Taurus in your 8th house of institutions and authorities. So, if you have anything to do with mediation, legal issues, if you're talking to the tax people, the government, and you're trying to work something out, a repayment plan, or you're trying to settle something, the first day of April is the best day to do that so far. Then on the 2nd and 3rd of April, we have the moon moving into Gemini, and it moves into your 9th house of travel, education, and the higher realms, and it joins Jupiter, the lucky planet of prosperity and growth and good fortune. So these 2 days are great for you to acquire information that you need that can help you solve any kind of case. It's also a great day to take off if things the day before have been settled. It's a great day to travel and to learn something new, but also just to enjoy yourself. But if you do travel or if you do learn something new, it's likely that something positive occurs and that either you meet someone or there's some sort of fortuitous circumstance that occurs. Maybe you discover a bit of information that you weren't planning on finding, and it really helps you out. On the 4th, 5th, and 6th of April, the moon moves into Cancer, and it joins Hades and Mars in Cancer in your 10th house of work. And these 3 days are perfect for you to take care of anything that needs taking care of in your working life. Particularly on the 4th of April, the moon reaches its second quarter. It's halfway on its way to becoming a full moon on the 12th of April, so it's waxing and getting bigger. So you'll notice that you have a lot more energy when it comes to taking care of any career-related things, particularly those kind of things that you don't want to look at, the most complex problems, the areas of your work that you're least interested in. You'll be able to really focus on those very well and take care of them with a sense of accuracy and patience and efficiency. So during this first week of the month, it seems quite serious for you, Libra. It starts in your 8th house and it ends in your 10th house. So that's the very top of your chart. It's officialdom, it's learning, and it's career. Week 2, Monday to Sunday, the 7th to the 13th of April. The moon is in Leo on the 7th and 8th, and it's next to your transiting ascendant in Leo in your 11th house of hopes and dreams. And these 2 days are great to take off, to kind of let off some steam, to enjoy yourself, to do something that's not focused on you being productive, but just you enjoying yourself. It's also a time where it may become clear what your genuine hopes and dreams are. And also there may be someone who comes into your life who may become a romantic partner, even if you hadn't planned on that. So if you're single and looking, the 7th and 8th are great days for that, but it's not going to be through you being actively looking on dating apps, for instance. It's much more the process of bumping into someone on the beach or while you're out on a walk or something like that. Also, on the 7th of April, Mercury, the communication planet, goes direct. So any issues you've had with communication or transportation, expect those to disappear from now on. The moon then moves into Virgo, a sign that's ruled by Mercury, on the 9th and 10th, and it goes into your 12th house of spirituality and spiritual strength. Virgo is ruled by Mercury, but the setting when Mercury is in Virgo is on the inward position where information is acquired, knowledge is absorbed like a sponge, and you're interested in learning something. And with the moon being in that 12th house, it's likely that you get some sort of a message from the higher realms. Could be via your intuition, it could be via dreams, it could be that you see a sign out in nature that really answers one of your questions that you've been pondering. On the 11th, 12th, and 13th, the moon goes into your sign of Libra. So I expect these 3 days for you to feel comfortable in your own skin, feel like things are going the way you expect. But what's even better is that on the 12th of April, your ruler Venus goes direct. So now it's time to get into new relationships and to start new businesses and not have to worry about things going awry. You know, your ruler Venus, it doesn't go retrograde very often. So when it does, it's a big deal and it can throw you off particularly. You've got the moon in Libra in that first house, and it opposes a lot of energy in Aries in your 7th house. So from the 12th of April onwards, it is a good time to start a new relationship. I know a lot of people talk about the shadow periods when it comes to retrogrades, but I think because of all the Aries energy opposing your moon in Libra, I think that mitigates any negative influence of the shadow period and that you can go full steam ahead. And also, if you want to start your own business, the 12th of April is perfect to do that. We also have a full moon in Libra on the 12th of April. So this is you being showered in your own energy. So even though the month has started off quite seriously, this second week is all about celebration and ideally celebrating with people you care about, people you're happy with, but also being open to meeting new people and starting new relationships that could turn into something more serious. So in week 2, the moon starts in your 11th house of hopes and dreams, and it ends in your first house of self. So that's the very left-hand side of your chart, and it's very much the universe making it clear to you that certain hopes and dreams that you've had that haven't come true and may have felt disappointing, don't give up on those hopes and dreams, because a few days later, if you're not down in the dumps and you're out and about doing things and you're connecting with people and going places, it's likely that something positive does happen to you straight away. So it's interesting in the sense that I've only looked at the first 2 weeks and things have already turned around by 180. So let's look at week 3 then, Monday to Sunday, the 14th to the 20th of April. On the 14th and 15th, the moon is in Scorpio, and that's in your second house of money. It's next to Black Moon, Lilith, and Vesta. So these 2 days are great for you to sort out anything to do with your finances, your assets, your belongings. And also, if you're getting advice from someone like a financial advisor or someone who's looking after your property, like a management company, to look beyond what you're being told and get to the truth of the matter. And if there are any inaccuracies or anything that you have been kept in the dark about, you'll be able to discover that and take charge of it completely. On the 16th, 17th, and 18th, the moon goes into Sagittarius, and that goes into your third house of communication and your perspective. And this is really wonderful because in this sense, it really lifts your spirits and it gives you hope that dreams can come true and errors can be amended and that problems aren't as serious as you often assume that they will be, and that it can be easier to overcome obstacles than you would usually consider. On the 16th of April as well, we have Mercury, the communication planet, ingressing into Aries, and that goes into your 7th house of relationships. So again, I think a big part of all of this optimism and hope is that it's likely that there are going to be a lot more people in your life and that you get to have a little bit of fun exploring new relationships and enjoying the company of other people. On the 18th, we have Mars, the planet of masculinity and drive. That goes into Leo and it goes into your 11th house of hopes and dreams, and it joins your transiting ascendant in Leo. And from now on, from the 18th of April until the end of the month, you're really no longer in this mode of, oh, things have been difficult and I'm just trying my best. I really feel like things turn around and you take charge of your life and you say, do you know what? I'm going to ensure that good things are going to happen. This is my life. I've got my life force, my energy. I'm confident. I'm able. I'm articulate. I work hard. I'm going to ensure that I have wonderful relationships in my life, that I have new experiences that I'm interested in. And I'm going to make sure that this positive states of being, this optimistic kind of outlook remains. And I'm going to pursue things that make me feel passionate and alive and happy. On the 19th and 20th, the moon goes into Capricorn, and that goes into your 4th house of family and your roots. So if anything needs taking care of family-wise, these 2 days are great for it. On the 19th of April as well, the sun goes into Taurus, and that goes into Taurus in your 8th house of institutions. It joins the part of fortune in Taurus and also Uranus in Taurus. So again, when it comes to anything to do with legal issues, bureaucracy, red tape, visa applications, the government, anything that exists in that realm of officialdom where you're dealing with big institutions, organizations, it could be negotiations around your salary, new jobs. From the 19th of April, your boundaries are very, very clear. You're incredibly confident and you're not going to settle for anything that is beneath you. So the second half of the month here, Libra, is you really being at the peak of your powers and being your most confident. And if there's something that you've been in negotiations over and you've considered maybe taking something that is less than you're worth, the end of this month, or from the middle of this month to the end, is going to ensure that you no longer consider those kind of things, and that you wait and that you look for other opportunities that actually do reward you in the way that you deserve. On the 20th as well, we have the moon reaching its 4th quarter, so it's halfway on its way to being a new moon on the 27th of April, so it's waning. So that means that you have the time and the patience to do anything family-wise that needs your work, that needs you to kind of roll up your sleeves and to be of assistance to another person, and to do that without any sense of resentment or I want to be focused on other things. You can really be there for family during those 2 days. And if someone needs you and you can schedule, like let's say you live in different states or different countries, and you can organize to go over for a few days, the 19th and 20th of April, those 2 days, try and include them as part of that visit. Those are the days where things work best in that regard. So in the 3rd week, the moon starts on the 14th in your 2nd house of money. And then on the 20th, it ends in your 4th house of family. So again, that's the very bottom of your chart. It's your roots. So looking after your money, looking after your family members, and looking after the way you see yourself, what it is you're communicating, what you're accepting, what negotiations you tolerate and which ones you don't, you're really able to look out for yourself and visualize your home, so to speak, and to realize that you have a right to be valued as well, that it's not just everyone else who gets to benefit, but you get to benefit too, and that is not selfish, that is common sense. Week 4, Monday to Wednesday, the 21st to the 30th of April, the moon is in Aquarius on the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. And it's in your 5th house of what you love to do work-wise and what you love in terms of relationships. And Pluto's in there, so is Palace. Pluto is transformation and change, death and rebirth, the phoenix rising from the ashes. Palace is wisdom, and they are opposed by Mars in Leo. So I think there's going to be a lot of passion and a lot of desire to feel alive via a connection with another person. So if you meet anyone new, go for it, enjoy yourself, live your life, give yourself that sense of being in the moment and making most of every moment that you get. On the 21st of April, Mercury, the communication planet, reaches its greatest western elongation. Look for the planet low in the eastern sky just before sunrise. Mercury is in Aries in your 7th. So again, it's going to inspire you and twinkle in the night sky to pursue relationships and to enjoy them. And it doesn't necessarily mean it has to be super serious relationships, but the kind of relationships that are life affirming and that make you feel beautiful and appreciated, and where there's mutual affection. On the 22nd and the 23rd, there's the Lyrids meteor shower. Best viewing will be after midnight. The constellation Lyra is associated with music, harmony, and creativity. So again, with the moon being in your 5th house, enjoy those kind of things. Listen to music. Sit by the fire, by the campfire, and have someone play the guitar. And enjoy those kind of things. So it's almost like enjoying the kinds of experiences that you would enjoy for the first time, maybe when you're at university or when you're out on your own for the first time. Then the moon goes into Pisces on the 24th and the 25th. That goes into your 6th house. And this is a time where I would warn you not to be overly forgiving or to drop your boundaries or to accept behavior that's less than ideal. You've got the North Node, Venus, and Saturn in there, all in Pisces. And this may cause you to say, oh, well, this isn't ideal, but who am I? I'm not perfect either, so who am I to criticize? Be very clear on what your values and your beliefs are. Stick to those and don't let anything in that is a red flag. It will only catch up and bite you later on. On the 26th, we've got the moon going into Aries. That joins Neptune and Mercury and Chiron in your 7th. So again, this is great for relationships. If you've been able to overcome the potential conflict of the previous 2 days, this is heat and fire and passion again. On the 27th, 28th, and 29th, the moon goes into Taurus. And you've got the transiting midheaven there and Uranus also in Taurus. This is a great time for business negotiations, for bureaucracy, for mediation, for anything that has to do with money. So house sales, setting the price, negotiating the sale, and making sure that you get what you want and that you don't settle for anything less than you know you deserve. So it's interesting for you, Libra, because we've got a month here that's half lyrical and romantic and beautiful, and on the other side it's very business minded and very tough and very focused and very clear. So juggle those two sides of life and you're going to have a very interesting time here in April. On the 27th, particularly, we have the new moon in Taurus. So a ton of Taurus energy is being pulled into that 8th house. That's the best day for sales and money negotiations. On the final day of the month, the 30th, we have the moon going into Gemini. That goes back into your ninth house and it joins Jupiter. And on that day as well, we have Venus ingressing into Aries. So it's time for exploration, good fortune by learning something new or going somewhere different. And again, I think the surprise, the good stuff that's going to show up is a person who brings something new to your life, who brings a sense of fun and enjoyment and passion and being alive. So the last week here, we have got the 21st, the moon starts in your 5th, and it ends in your 9th. So you're a business-minded person during this month, but also there's an opportunity to experience really enjoyable but fleeting kind of relationships. So make sure that aligns with your beliefs and values. Like if you don't kiss without an engagement ring, then stick with that. But if you're someone who has worked very hard and you want to go on a bit of a holiday and you want to enjoy yourself without any guilt and just live your life and be a physical being and make the most of that, then this is the month for that. So I hope it gives you an idea of what you'll be working with in April. I hope you have a fabulous time. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website, gregoryscott.com. To draw up your birth chart, I need your place of birth, date of birth, and time of birth. If you don't have the time of birth, don't worry. There's a process called chart rectification where I can work out your time of birth. You send me 10 or more significant life events and I can manually work it out. I can also use sunrise, but that means that the ascendant and the house placements aren't accurate and are off. And the more accurate the chart, the better. So I draw up the natal chart. Once I've got that information, it shows me what your vocational aptitudes are, what's destined for you in certain areas of life, what your strengths and weaknesses are, what you can work on, where you don't need to do any work. To look at what's coming up in future, I look at your progress chart and your transit. So if you're in a period of transition where you're thinking of moving or selling or taking on a different job, looking at that is often very helpful. And astrocartography shows me what actual locations are going to influence you and how. So whether it's a better idea to live in Barcelona than in Lisbon or in Cape Town than in Dubai. So if you have any questions around locations, moving, I look at the astrocartography. So I hope that gives you an idea of what's coming up in April. I hope you have a fabulous month. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. That's what helps it show up in searches. Subscribe for future videos and please share the video. That's what helps the channel grow. I also do a daily tarot reading on this channel. So if you'd like to watch that, then please become a member of the channel. It's your membership and you get 30 or 31 videos per month for that membership. I do it every day. It's my passion. I love doing it. So if you want to become a channel member, you are very, very welcome. Have an amazing April and I'll speak to you soon. All the best.